Welcome to Let's Curate's webcast series. Our second international jewelry exhibition, Opulent Handmade Treasures, is now live. This year, our objective is to present designers who thrive on maximalism as part of their creative core. Today, we're presenting an incredible designer from Greece. Vakali has trained in architecture at the Oxford School of Architecture in the UK. As a self-taught contemporary artist, she has a keen interest in several aspects of design, textures, forms, and materials. Her collection describes individually designed sculptural jewel pieces as expressive, art-defined as wearable objects on the body. In 2022, her work was presented in the Artistar Jewels exhibition during MJW. She is also the winner of the Artistar Jewels Network Award by Sculpture to Wear Gallery in New York City. Betty, this is an incredible body of work. Welcome to the show. We are so happy to have you.
Hello from Greece. I'm so happy with you.
We are thrilled to talk more about your journey as a designer and, of course, about your collection for our exhibition. I want to kind of start with a little bit about your educational background. So you are a trained architect and a contemporary artist. They're two, they can be two different worlds, but they can be two similar worlds also in strange ways. How do you think these worlds have influenced your thinking about design and form?
Actually, yes, my background in architecture combined with keen interest on various structural aspects, forms and materials. Soon enough, I found being fascinated by building materials that I found at the construction environment. I'm trying to bring life and the idea behind bringing life into these materials through experimentation made me wonder how they could transform artistically as a jewel piece on the human body. I got started with making small-scale models, using them to mold cast cement, and that was actually how I built my first cement jewelry collection. Next, the industrial cement material actually drove me to explore more playful processes through new inventive techniques, once combined with other materials like metal and leather and fabric or plastic. Each jewel creation is a case study for me. That examines the interrelationship between fashion art, jewelry, and architecture. And there's so many similarities between them. They all have an anthropocentric impact, and they apply simultaneously issues of form and function. They convey the experience of living in by sharing measurements, materials, structures, and technologies. In architecture, architects and engineers develop custom-made spaces focusing on human life experience and its needs. Similar in fashion, jewelry, as an integral part of it, translates into structural objects which designed to adorn our body and reflect our personality. Architecturally speaking, a piece of jewelry can be considered as an intimate space that enables the body within to inhabit. In any case, all these fields serve a common purpose: to create spaces and environments that surround us with identity, comfort, and protection.
That's wonderful. It's interesting when I think of architecture. I think of very defined spaces and forms, and your jewelry is actually kind of the opposite of that, because it's very out of the box, it's very avant-garde, it's very sculptural, and it's wearable, of course. But I see the element of architecture, but you've almost bent the rules a little bit. How did you kind of decide that that's what was your thing?
Yes, actually, I understand jewelry much more as sculptural objects that go beyond than traditional fine jewelry. That means to me that the value of precious materials of each jewel that displayed on the body is surpassed by its powerful message that gives expression and identity to the wearer.
So, when you start thinking about a collection, or whether it's, when you're thinking in terms of architecture or thinking in terms of jewelry, what do you think is the most exciting and rewarding, and what do you think is the most difficult part of the whole process?
I see. I liken my creative process to a journey. The journey through the experimentation with a variety of mediums and techniques. That starts from the inspiration I draw from the selected innovative materials. Cement, metal, fiber are fundamental materials in my creations. I always get enthusiastic by exploring their properties and use them to develop new techniques once blending these materials all together. Another stop on my journey is making a small scale model or object, and the quest behind it is how actually each individual object translates artistically on the human body. So during the creative journey, my passion is to convey a powerful message that communicates a statement and reflects emotion and identity to the wearer.
Your collection that you've created for our exhibition, Opulent Handmade Treasures, I call them brutal beauties, because they're so stark and they just grab your attention. It could be a person walking among hundreds and hundreds of people, but your jewelry really is just bold and out there. Tell us a little bit about how you kind of went through the whole process. How did you decide on those pieces, and how did you actually design them?
My collection suggests bold and unconventional wearable pieces of art, describing elaborate jewelry with sculptural qualities. They are all individually designed to introduce techniques such as molding, weaving, stitching, dipping, and fabric manipulation, folding or unfolding process. Each jewel is carefully handcrafted, adding a personal touch with a beautiful and symbolic meaning for the woman who wears it.
So, you've started on this incredible journey, and we can already see that you have a very signature style, Betty. I mean, I feel like if I see a piece and I don't, your name is not next to it, I still know it's a Betty Vakali piece. And I think that's going to be, your trademark signature look is just going to catch on. And I'm so thrilled that I got an opportunity to show your work to the world.
I'm so happy with that.
Yes, it's mutual. I feel like, this is what my platform is about shining the spotlight on magicians like you. I call people like you magicians, because you really create magic out of simple materials. So I'm so thrilled. What do you think your future collections will look like? Are you going to stick to the same kind of philosophy in terms of cement, the materials that you always loved, or are you kind of venturing into something new?
I will keep up with my creative process through design and experimentation, of course, with inspired materials, exploring innovative approaches in my new design concepts.
That's fantastic. Once again, we're so thrilled to have your collection at our exhibition. I want our viewers to know that Opulent Handmade Treasures will go on until December 28th. And we hope you all enjoy and purchase these one-of-a-kind masterpieces. For more updates, follow us on Instagram at let's_curate. Happy curating, everyone.